ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். We have been going through some of the fundamental principles of Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam. One of the important questions we often hear is about Japam. Do we have Japam? That is often asked. The answer for that will be yes, we do have Japam, but it is different from other Sampradayams. In other Sampradayams, Japam is performed as means to attain a particular goal, or it is part of their means. It is known as Angam for Upayam. It is an ancillary act which is compulsory to be done to attain the particular goal. That is how it is seen in many other Sampradayams. But in our Sampradayam, it is not like that. Japam, as we know, is a soft way of chanting particular mantram with the meditation of the meaning of the mantram in the mind. As the lips chant the mantra softly, the mind should meditate upon the meaning of the mantra. That is how generally Japam is done. When we chant, it should be heard by us and it should not be heard by others. That is a general rule for Japa. Now, as we saw, even Tirumantram, Ashtakshara Mantram, Mula Mantram is not used by Sri Vaishnavas, Prapannas, that is, those who are surrendered to Bhagavan in Japam, Homam, Yajnam, etc. This is clearly explained by our Acharyas. For example, Nampillai or Pillai Lokacharya. They have explained in their commentaries and Rahasya Granthams that we don't engage in using Japam as the means to attain anything, even if it is Ashtakshara Mantram. So how do we do Japam? That is the main question. We have to do it as Kainkaryam and Bhagavad Anubhavam. That is, doing it without any expectation to understand one's own true nature and to understand and experience Bhagavan in the mind. That is the only purpose of performing Japam. Let us now see the importance of Japam first. Krishna says in Sri Bhagavad Gita, Yajnanam Japa Yajñosmi. Among the Yajñas, I am Japa Yajñam, says Krishna. Now, Yajna means it is a way to worship Bhagavan. Yaja Deva Puja. So, among the ways of worshipping Bhagavan, Bhagavan is saying Japa Yajna is the best. Because when he says he is Japa Yajna amongst the Yajnas, that means that is the best. So Bhagavan himself declares that Japam is one of the best ways to worship him. In Vishnu Sahasranama Adhyayam, Yudhishthira first asks Bhishmacharya, Kim Japan Muchyate Jantuhu Janma Samsara Bandhanat. What is to be chanted and meditated upon for one to be freed from samsara. And Bhishmacharya subsequently explains the 1000 names of Bhagavan and highlights the importance of Bhagavan's divine names. But in our Sampradayam, there is something specifically mentioned as what is to be chanted as Japam. Tulyalokacharya in Sri Vachanabhushana Divya Shastram, which is considered as the most important Grantham of our Sampradayam, Rahasya Grantham of our Sampradayam, he says, Japtavyam Guru Paramparayam Dvayamum. Here, Dvayam, Dvayamaha Mantram, is the main mantram to be chanted as Japa. Japtavyam means what is to be always chanted with meditation of the meaning of the mantra. So here, Dvayamaha Mantram is the main mantra to be performed as Japa. This Dvayamaha Mantram is part of Rahasya Trayam. We already saw about Pancha Samskaram previously. In that, fourth Samskaram is Mantra Samskaram, where the Acharya will instruct and teach Tirumantram, Dvayamaha Mantram and Charama Shlokam. These three Rahasyams to the disciple. Among those three, Dvayamaha Mantram has great significance and that is to be chanted always. This Dvayamaha Mantram cannot be chanted without getting Pancha Samskaram, because it is given as part of Mantropadesham. It has to be received from an Acharya and then only it has to be chanted. Sriman Narayana Charanau Sharanam Prapadhye Srimate Narayanaya Namaha is the mantram. Even before reciting this, one should first recite Guru Parampara mantram. First, one should remember Guru Parampara and then one should remember Dvayamaha Mantram. That is how it is to be done. So every time we want to chant Dvayamaha Mantram, we should first chant Guru Parampara Mantram. Guru Parampara Mantram is that which is used to salute our Guru Parampara, showing our gratitude to all our Acharyas. Asmat Guru Bhyo Namaha, Asmat Parama Guru Bhyo Namaha, Asmat Sarva Guru Bhyo Namaha, Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha, Sri Parangusha Dasaya Namaha, Srimad Yamuna Munaye Namaha, Sri Ramamishraya Namaha, Sri Pundarikakshaya Namaha, Sriman Nathamunaye Namaha, Srimate Shatakopaya Namaha, Srimate Vishwaksenaya Namaha, Shriyai Namaha, Sridharaya Namaha. Followed by this, we will recite Dvayamaha Mantram. The first part of Dvayamaha Mantram highlights that we go through the recommendation of Sri Mahalakshmi and surrender unto the divine feet of Bhagavan Sriman Narayana. The second part of Dvayamaha Mantram says that we pray to Bhagavan to grant us Kaikharyam to the divine couple, that is Sri Mahalakshmi and Sriman Narayana. Because there are two parts in this mantram, it is known as Dvayamaha Mantram. It is also known as Mantra Ratnam. gem among mantrams. It is this Dvaya Maha Mantram along with the Guru Parampara Mantram is what is recommended for us for Japam. Japtavyam Guru Paramparayam Dvayamum. That is what the statement we saw from Sri Vachana Bhushanam. Japtavyam means what is to be chanted. Sage Parashara Rishi says that after performing Tiruvaradhanam, without any laziness, one should meditate upon Dvaya Maha Mantram 1008 times or 108 times or at least 28 times without fail every day. So that is the importance of Dvaya Maha Mantra Japam along with Guru Parampara Mantram. We also see this in the Anushtanam of Manavala Mamnigal. Erumbiyappa, while observing and documenting Manavala Mamnigal's daily routine in his Varavaramuni Dinacharya, he writes in a slokam, Mantra Ratna Anusandana Santata Spuritadharam Tadartha Tattva Nidhyana Sannadha Pulakodgamam. In this slokam, Erumbiyappa observes that Mamnigal is constantly chanting Dvaya Maha Mantram, that is seen in his lips, and his mind is constantly meditating upon the meanings of Dvaya Maha Mantram, that is Sharanagati. And because of this constant meditation, Mamnigal's divine form has various changes like having goosebumps and so on. So this is seen in Anushtanam as well. Also, while chanting the mantram, one should have total faith in the mantra, in the object of the mantra and the Acharya who gave the mantra. In Mumukshupadi, Pillai says, Mantrathilum, Mantrathukku Ullidana Vastuvilum, Antrapradhanana Acharyan Pakkalilum, Premam Ganakka Undanal Karyakaramavadu. The mantra will bear its fruit if one has total faith in the mantra itself, the object of the mantra, that is Bhagavan, and the teacher who gave that mantra, who instructed that mantra. When it is done with love, then the result will be apt, says Pillai. Now this is first level, Pratama Parvanishtai. There is Charma Parvanishtai, that is remaining in the ultimate stage, that is being totally focused on Acharya. For such people who are in Acharya Nishtai, they will meditate upon their own Acharya. For this, we can see a few examples. Madhura Kavi Alvar was always meditating upon Nammalvar, Shatakopa Swami's divine name, always. He remained Devamatchariyen, I don't know any other god than Nammalvar. So that is his japa. He is always focused on Nammalvar. We also see in Ramanuja Nutrandadi, which is a very important prabandham, it is said to be Prapanna Gayatri. It should always be recited by Sri Vaishnavas. Bhagavad Ramanuja's name is said to be the object of our meditation always. So, this Prapanna Gayatri, which is Ramanuja Nutrandadi, has great significance, and Ramanuja's name should be always remembered and chanted. We also see this in Yonityam Achyuta Padambuja, in that Taniyan, in that Shlokam, Pillai Jiyar explains in the commentary that Ramanuja's name is much greater than Narayana's name, and it should always be meditated upon. Finally, we all know Manavala Mamnigal, Sri Varamara Muni. He has great significance in our Sampradayam. The Taniyan Shlokam given by Bhagavan Sri Ranganatha is Sri Shailesha Dayapatram Dibhaktyadi Gunarnavam Yatindra Pravanam Mande Ramya Jamataram Munim. In the commentary for this Taniyan Shlokam, Pillai Jiyar explains that just like Prapatti always means Dvaya Mahamantram, Sharanagati Mantram, which is Sakala Veda Saram, which is the essence of all Vedam. This Sri Shailesha Shlokam, in fact it is said as Mantram too. This Sri Shailesha Dayapatram, this Shlokam has to be always meditated upon, says Pillai Jiyar. So depending on one's situation, whether one is in Prathama Parvanishtai or Charma Parvanishtai, one will be totally meditating upon Bhagavan, Acharya and so on. So whenever we are not engaged in any other Kainkaryam at the temple or other activities related to Bhagavad Vishayam, one should be always chanting, doing japa in the mind on these aspects. Now finally, as we initially saw, our Sampradayam Japam is not like in other Sampradayams. We don't keep any count, we don't use any Japamala, none of these are required. Japam is an activity for the mind to constantly remember and enjoy Bhagavan and realize our own true nature. Alvar Emberumanar, Jiyar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam, Jiyar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam.
To learn such valuable information about our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, please download Koyil, K-O-Y-I-L app from Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Our website is koyil.org, Koyil.org.